It is Cross Country Media Day here at the University of Rio Grande and throughout the River States Conference. I'm Randy Payton, Sports Information Director, joined by head coach Matt Paxton, and you guys getting ready to start this 2024 season. I know it's the case with any sport. Anytime you're getting ready to get it going, it's an exciting time.
Oh my goodness, it's so exciting around here right now. We've got a huge roster this year. We've been really successful bringing in a lot of freshmen, a few transfers, and we're super excited to get this season underway.
Last year, year number one with you as the head coach, and obviously you were able to get the job done at the high school level, and you entered that year going, can I get it done collegiately? I think as things turned out as the season went along, I think the answer to that question was yes. Would you agree?
I was super excited with our success last year. I didn't expect it to be that cut and dry that early with just right. Having our level go up that much in 1 year, especially with me being hired in July. But the fact that we ended up as conference runner-ups, we had we actually upset a team that was ranked in the top 25 in the nation and got in that large bid for the first time in the conference history to go to nationals last
right.
year. So that was awesome. I mean, we had that, and on the women's side, we got 2 national qualifiers out of the deal. So super excited for what we did last year.
All right. Now the big question: what do you do for an encore?
Goodness. With what we've got coming in, our roster size is just about doubled. I think more than doubled on the guys' side. This group has tremendous potential. Probably one of the best recruiting classes we've had in many years. We got some surprises. We got some kids that I didn't think we would sign that came to us this year and are trusting us to develop them based on our success last year.
Right.
And I hate to say we're going to do this and we're going to do that, but I will say we've got the potential to really do some things, some exciting things, and some things that haven't been done around here in a good long while.
Kind of talk about some names. We'll start on the men's side first. You got quite a few kids that were part of that group that went to the Nationals last year who are back, led by Tyler Jenkins.
Yes. Tyler, national qualifier last year, All-American for the first time in cross country last year. He's back with us. I believe we return all of our guys from last year. We didn't have any graduates. So that's really exciting. So we're going to have Tyler. We'll have Casey Science back. He was a tremendous freshman last year. Came in not quite knowing what to expect at college level. Has really in the last 12 months upped his game as far as his training goes, as far as his knowledge of the sport goes. He's really come a long way. Kyle Leitner's probably come farther than anybody because he was a true 800 runner last year, starting cross season. He was back a little bit, 7th, 8th guy most of the year. This year, his summer, he's PRing just about every time he runs, and leadership-wise, he's really come along. He'll be graduate assistant for us for his last year this year.
You mentioned doubling squads, getting kids in. Talk about some of the newcomers to look for on the men's side.
Oh goodness, John Young was a state qualifier in the 800 last year in Division I in Ohio from Paynesville Riverside. We've got Wes Taylor coming in. He's from Lancaster. He was a multiple-time state qualifier in high school, state qualifier in D1 individually in the 800 as well. We've got 3 internationals that should be adding to us. We've got a young man from Germany, Anton. We've got David. We've got him coming over from the Netherlands. We've got a young man coming to us from Kenya this year that should be should be up there in the mix in our top 7. And returners, we also have Daniel Persinger back this year, and he's just such a consistent performer that he's not really one that I can say has improved a whole bunch, but I will say consistency-wise, the guy is definitely a guy that we can count on to be in our pack every single week, and will probably be our number 2 this year based on his track performance.
All right, on the ladies' side, you mentioned you had a couple that qualified for the Nationals last year. Both of them are back. Kind of talk about what you're looking for out of that squad this year.
Oh goodness, we have a squad this year. We have a team. Last year we were building off of some individuals that had worked in track season, just a couple individuals, and last year we really worked on developing that team culture, developing that pack mentality. And we have enough athletes this year to actually do that. We have 9 young ladies, our 2 returning national qualifiers. Mac is actually back this year with a full year of training because last year she came in with just a month or 2 of training off an injury. And with her in that spot, we're going to drastically improve on the women's side. And we have a couple really good new signees this year.
Talk about the newcomers. Talk about the signings. Anytime you can increase the numbers, and that's always been, at least for the last few years, been a problem with Rio Grande on the women's side, is the fact that there just aren't very many ladies out there running.
I'll be honest, I concentrated a lot on the guys' side last year, recruiting-wise, and this year we're settling in on women and really trying to recruit more women. I'm happy with where we're at. I'm not satisfied with where we're at on the women's side, but we do have 9 athletes this year that'll be training with us really consistently. Our recruit coming in that is probably going to be going to contribute the most is probably Laura Ham. I know she's got a regional title, multiple-time All-Ohio athlete. 4-time state qualifier in cross country. So she's going to really contribute. She's running up with our top girls already.
Before we let you go and talk to a couple of the runners themselves, you're picked second on the men's side in the conference, and I think fourth on the women's side. Kind of talk about what you think, how it's going to play out in terms of conference this year.
Oh, goodness. I'd like to say we have a shot to win the conference on the guys' side and the women's side. The women's super close. That top 4 teams is all very, very, very competitive. On the guys' side, we've got us. We've got IU East, who still returns everybody from the conference champion 2 years ago. Shawnee's going to be better than they were last year. We're going to be a lot better than we were. Those top 3 teams, I think, are really in it. I mean, we could all 3 be ranked in the top 25. I don't know the last time that happened on the guys' side. So, guys' side, super competitive conference. Women's side, those top 4 teams are super competitive within their own group.
Right.
And I believe that we're going to try to go for, a conference championship, get us to nationals this year. It's been a while.
Well, that's the word from the head coach. We're going to take a break. We come back, we'll hear from a couple of his runners as Media Day continues here from the University of Rio Grande. Back here for Media Day for the University of Rio Grande cross-country teams, now joined by Tyler Jenkins from the men's squad and Mackenzie McCarthy from the women's squad. I'll ask both of you the same question to get going. Same thing that I asked Coach Paxton. Anytime that you're getting ready to get going with a new season, it's always an exciting time. I guess you obviously are getting ready to go and get that first meet under your belt, Tyler.
Yeah, first meet is at Marshall. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's a 5K, so not quite an 8K, but it's a nice icebreaker to kind of get going.
Right.
The last couple seasons that I've been here, the first meet has always been really great. But like beyond the first meet, I'm just really excited to be back and to actually race again.
Mac?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this season. Like Coach Paxton was saying, we didn't really have like a girls squad and over the years, and this year we actually have like a little pack going, which is really exciting for me. We got Amarissa Kearns coming back and Laura Ham, the freshman. So that's going to be a good little pack to race with, so I'm pretty excited.
Talk about you guys, obviously, when you're out there running, it's not like, oops, I messed up, but now somebody else can come through with the big hit or hit the big shot. You're kind of out there on the island by yourself, and you talk about your first meet being at Marshall. What's it like to get the opportunity to run against kids who are at the D1 level and kind of prove yourself that, hey, maybe I'm just as good as you are?
It's really a great experience to race D1 kids. It's something I always look forward to because it's, a lot of kids like to think they're D1 material and then they can't even, we're not going to go there. But we have a lot of kids who are coming in who, high school, they weren't really sought after recruiting-wise as much as, say, like, I guess, a incredible runner would be.
Right. And
they're already, progressed really well. So it's going to be awesome to see what they can do against the D1 kids as well. Because, I already know that, we're not going to have the slowest runner in this race at Marshall. There's no way.
Right.
Because, and it's us and a bunch of D1s. It's just, it's going to be awesome to see, I think.
Mac, what's your thoughts on that?
I always like racing the bigger schools. I feel like I like the challenge. I think our squad can compete with them. So, yeah.
Last year, you guys on the men's side, you get an at-large berth to the national meet. What's the benefits of that? Obviously, outside of having the opportunity to run for a national championship, I think you take those lessons that you learned from last year and try to apply them to this year, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Last year after we got second at conference, and we beat Indiana East. We kind of figured we'd make it, but then there was still that shred of doubt that we wouldn't because it was kind of like vote based. But so I don't think we really want to go through that again. So we'll definitely try to win it and just get the automatic bid, which I think we'll succeed for sure. But we'll have to see when race day comes.
Mac, on the women's side last year, you and Amarissa both making the national meet, and you mentioned the fact that there's a little more to add to the pack this year. Is it a situation where maybe you guys, like the men, can get to the national, not only you as an individual, but as a team this year?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm really excited. It would be great to have a team to go to nationals with on the ladies' side.
You coming back from an injury, and a pretty significant injury, are you completely back? And if so, talk about the path trying to get back, because I know obviously it was a lot of hard work.
Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge. But yeah, I've had a full year of training under my belt now since the injury. I'm feeling more in shape. Like every week I'm training. So I'm really excited for what the season holds.
Tyler, talk about your year, what you expect coming up. I know be it cross country or be it track and field, you're kind of stacking up some All-American awards now, and I guess obviously that's going to be the aim again this year.
Yeah, definitely. Individually, I'd like to be, like really close, maybe even winning cross country. And then the 10K, I think I could definitely do it because there was a bunch of seniors and then a couple like sophomores. That was like it for the All-American people. But aside from just me, I think we could put like 5 people in near All-American status this year. Like it's going to be great. Well, definitely at least 3, and then 2 others that could possibly sneak in around the 35th spot there. So it's going to be real fun to watch.
One last question for both of you. You guys are kind of proven commodities on both sides. Is there somebody on your team, be it somebody who's back or a newcomer, that you're really excited to be running with this year? We'll start with you.
I'm really glad that Kyle Leitner came back for GA. He was thinking about it. He probably wasn't going to come back in like late March, early April, and then I don't know. It was like a light switch one day. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming back as a GA," and it was just like, "Okay, sweet, heck yeah." So that's definitely.
I'm really excited to run with Amarissa. I feel like we just work well together and we push each other to be the best we can be.
Well, good luck to both of you this year. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
That is a look at the 2024 University of Rio Grande cross country teams here on Media Day in the River States Conference.